Have you ever had a coach or teacher in your life that gave you a tidbit of information that made your life more positive and stuck with you for a long time? Well, when I was in the ninth grade, I transferred schools, and sports have always been a huge part of my life, so I knew I wanted to be on the softball team. So I went through tryouts, and I was on the team and everything, and when I first met my coach, I knew that he was going to be a great coach, and I was going to adore him, and we were going to have a good relationship. But I didn't quite know at that time that he was going to give me two pieces of advice that were going to stick with me forever and ever. So we go through practice and everything, and he just really builds us up and motivates us. And so it was spring break of my 10th grade year, and we had a tournament at the end of spring break. So it was the Monday night, and I got a really bad case of the stomach bug. So I was doing all the things that you do when you have the stomach bug. So I was very weak, and we go to our tournament that Friday, and we played 2 games, and I didn't really do that great. I just didn't feel good. I still felt like I had some symptoms lingering in me. And the tournament was in Calera, so it was an hour and a half from our house. So we stayed in a hotel, and we get up the next morning and eat breakfast, and we go to play our games, and we make it to the championship somehow. I'm not real sure. None of our team really felt good. I think we all kind of had the stomach bug, but nobody was just throwing up at that time. So we played Thompson, and they're one of our big rivals at the time, so it was a big game, and it was a championship. So we go, and I play first base, and I get an easy ground ball that's hit straight to me. Well, you know what? It goes straight between my legs and goes all the way to the right field corner, and everyone scores, I'm pretty sure. So at this time, when I would make an error, I would mess up and didn't do what I wanted to do for my team, I would get really down on myself. I would kind of pout, as little kids do when they're in preschool. Yeah, well, that's what I'd do when I made an error and let my team down. I would just pout. I would only worry about myself. I wouldn't worry about my team. And this was kind of something I hated about myself, but at the same time, I didn't really try to fix. So that's when Coach White came in. So we're sitting there, I'm on deck about to hit, and I'm just pissed. I don't want to talk to anyone, don't want anyone looking at me, don't want anyone talking to me, nothing. So he comes up to me, because we're on the first base side, and he's going around to Coach Third, and he stops, and he says, "Hannah, you know what?" I said, "What, Coach White?" He's like, "Just flush it. Don't worry about that mistake. Go up, get a hit, play the rest of your game to the best of your ability, and that's all that matters. No one cares that you made an error. We're still tied with them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you did last inning. It doesn't matter what you did 5 games ago. It only matters what you're doing right now in this minute. And being pouty and being pissed off and not wanting to talk to anyone is not helping matters at all. So let's get some joy in you. Smile. Go up there, get a hit, and flush it." And so at the time, I was like, I don't care what you're saying to me. I don't care at all. I just want to go home. I want to hit a home run or something to make up for what I just did, because right now, nothing I can do will make up for that. So I didn't really think about it till the next day Monday at practice, and I was like, maybe I do need to start flushing it. So after that, it was kind of every time I missed a ground ball, every time I made a bad throw, every time I didn't get a good hit that I wanted, I remembered flush it. And it really helped me, because it made me be a better teammate. It made me be a better person, because even if we're in school and make a bad grade in one class and you have to go to the next class, just flush it. And so it kind of really stuck with me. And another thing that stuck with me that he said was, we were at a tournament in Pell City, and I was sliding into second base, and my thumb went behind me, and I landed on it, and I tore a ligament, and I had to have surgery. And it was really cold at this tournament, and so I get up to bat after I hurt myself. We didn't know at the time I had tore a ligament. We just thought it was going to be jammed or something. And so he looks at me and he says, "Control the controllables. You can't help what happened to your thumb. You can't help what happened to anyone on this team. You can't help that, yeah, we might be losing, whatever. Control what you can control. Control your attitude. Control what you say. Control what you do. You might not can control the umpires, the calls they make, but you can control what you do for your team, and what you say to your team." And so that kind of stuck with me, because I use that in real life, things that don't go my way, things that don't go my family's way, my parents' way, no matter what, I can always remember the things Coach White told me, that are flush it and control the controllables. And that's one thing I think is a huge part of our lives, is when positive people tell us positive things that stick with us for the rest of our lives. And so if there's one thing you can remember from this story I'm telling you, it's flush the things that make you upset, make you mad, whatever. Flush them and control the controllables and the things you can't control.